everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one March of Machines draft. We've got a good rare here in Sunfall, board wipe that gives you a win con, pretty nice. Uncommons, we've got Invasion of Dominaria, this comes in, you gain 4 life, you draw, and then with defense 5 you can get a Sarah Angel. Pretty nice. Phyrexian Censor, I've seen this quite a few times. Haven't seen it actually, I've seen it in draft, I haven't seen it actually played. Can't cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell each turn, and non-Phyrexians enter the battlefield tapped. You know, if you have a ton of Incubate or Phyrexian creatures, I can see it being pretty good. Ingarunize is the throwback card. It's a good one, I like it. It's actually, I feel like you can draw 3 off of it pretty frequently, and coming in and scry 3 is pretty nice too. Collective Nightmare is a great card, instant speed removal with Convoke. I like Sigiled Sentinel. Backup is a good ability. Preening Champion's great. You get 2 bodies in 1. I like the Cryptomancer. I haven't seen it played yet, but good protection. Etched Familiar is playable. Herd Beast is good. I like the Rotten Tail. A lot of goodies in here. We'll take the rare. Let's see what happens. All right, and then we're past Brutaclad Telcor Engineer. So throwback card, 4/4. Creature tokens you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 blue Phyrexian mirror artifact creature token that then you may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that token. So this spits out extra 2/1 each combat, and it doesn't go away. Wow, that's really good. 6 mana 4/4 that spits out a 2/1 right when it comes down, and then every subsequent turn. It seems pretty good to me. Otherwise, we got Sunblessed Guardian. This is good too. Transforms into a dude that can spit out new dudes that are just as big, but the dudes go away. That's the problem. I mean, obviously this is far away from Sunfall, but who knows? Maybe we splash one of these colors. This is a powerful effect, I think, even though it's 6 mana. Marshal of Zalfir, good knight card. I do like the knight archetype, and I guess it's technically on color with the Sunfall. But I'm okay taking the rare this early and kind of figuring it out. We got Deadly Derision, some removal here as well. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, we could take Volcanic Spite, kind of is on here with Brutaclad, and is pretty solid removal. Kill spell that also can hit battles, can hit planeswalkers, and increases your card quality as well. So kind of feeling that. Let's see what else is in here though. Furnace Gremlin, this is cool. 2 bodies in 1, is, you know, certainly not bad, and it's inflatable. I do like that. Stormclaw Rager, you know, not bad. Sack things only at sorcery speed, but it gets bigger and you draw. And then we have Invasion of Kylum. I think I tried this, wasn't able to make it work. That doesn't mean it's terrible. It is an uncommon, but maybe all the battles are uncommons. I'm not even sure. And then there's Pyretic Prankster in red as well. Halo Charge Scab, 5 mana 4/4. Each player mills 2. Then, oh, that's kind of cool. Doesn't actually give you card advantage, but so it's like Spite versus Gremlin. I'll go with the Spite. I'd rather have a kill spell that gives me more value later. I like that. Okay, well, Invasion of Kaladesh, so 2 mana, give you a Flying Thopter, and then eventually you get a star or X4, whatever, star 4, equal number of artifacts you control. Well, this spits out artifacts, doesn't it? That's cool. Technically, he wants to be in the same deck as Brutaclad, and getting a 2 mana 1/1 flyer is not the best, but still not bad. Otherwise, Furtive Analyst, Temporal Cleansing. This is a sorcery, but Convoke is good. I prefer my instant speed sorceries, personally. There's Bolas Slinger in here. Knight of New Coalition's not bad. Pay 4 mana, get 4 power, 4 toughness. That's Vigilance, just split across 2 bodies, which honestly often is better. So I think we'll take Invasion of Kaladesh. I kind of like this. It definitely puts us deeper into the Brutaclad plan, but it does feel like a pretty good card. We'll see. We shall see. I mean, Evasive X4, and if we're in these colors, I assume we're going to have a lot of artifacts, but maybe that's not a safe assumption. We'll see. So, Fira, Judge of Valor is a good card. 5 mana 2/4. Yeah, gives you extra card advantage if you can cast 2 spells in a turn. That's pretty nice. You know, Scrap Chomper's actually not bad, especially in a deck that might have a bunch of good sack fodder. You can only sack 1 thing a turn. Herbology Instructor is probably the best card in here, pretty significantly. But being able to cash out your lands late game, this is a valuable effect. Otherwise, we could take Convoke Flyer, also not bad. I think I'm going to go with the Scrap Chomper. It's certainly worse than Instructor. Omen Hawker, I'm not in love with. It's kind of interesting, but I think I'd rather have just... It's also a Phyrexian, not completely irrelevant, that we can cash out and get value out of. So, alright, Wicked Slumber. I do like this. It's instant speed. It's got Convoke. That's nice. Could get the backup. So this is like a combat trick that also gives hexproof. It's kind of nice, actually. I like it for that reason. But Slumber is an uncommon, and it's a pretty solid effect, especially if we get a bunch of tokens. Tapping 2 things down for free, free on your opponent's turn, putting stun counters on them, and you can choose where the stun counters go. You get 2 stun counters, you can choose to put them on each one, or 2 of them on one, whatever you want to do. I do like this Cryptomancer. I think that's a good card. You get a body out of it too, which is nice. Good sack fodder. But I'm going to go with the Wicked Slumber because I think it's a good card. Furnace Gremlin, another chance to get it. I'm kind of feeling it here. Basically just because it's an uncommon 2-drop that has a pretty relevant ability and eventually gives you an artifact. Otherwise, maybe Flywheel Racer, an artifact. Doesn't have flying. It has fly in the name, not on the card. So, easy to think that it does have flying probably for that reason. I guess we'll just go Furnace Gremlin, no problems here. A lot of white cards late, though. So, that's interesting. Scrappy Bruiser's a weird card. If you have, enter the battlefield effects, which we unfortunately do not, you can see it being pretty good. It can buff itself, and it's an uncommon. It's kind of cool. Could take Shadow the Source. Even though it is instant speed with Convoke, it is still kind of expensive. And then in white, we have a pretty solid 2-drop with that. But I'm going to go removal again. Something about Bruiser I'm not totally in love with. So, some late... Alright, maybe just take the Convoke artifact dude. Not in love with it, but we have a Scrap Chomper, so we could play it on turn 2, potentially. Get a 3. Even a 3-2 on turn 2 is not that good, but it is an artifact that might be relevant for us. Otherwise, there's just Invasion of Dominaria, which... Not loving. Let's just take the Halo Hopper. Alright, could take another Scrap Chomper. Could take the Flywheel Racer now. I probably don't need 2 Scrap Chompers. If you have enough Convoke, though, Scrap Chomper can't be bad. Right? It is just a 1-1, though. It's not even a 1-2. Which would be quite a bit better. I'd probably still take it over the Racer. So we can take Prankster now. Technically, we can transform it. And it turns into a 3-2 with a pretty relevant ability, so we can take it. Aeronaut's playable. Invasion, another chance at that. But basically just cut in red for now. We could take Furtive Analyst here. Actually, not a bad card, but I kind of like Javelineer. It's a good finisher. Looks like the Sunfall plan is most likely not happening currently. But you never know. We'll leave everything in for now. If we open another white rare, I guess we could ditch out on the Brutaclad plan. Or we just play white, red, splash blue. That actually could be something we do. Grafted Butcher, 2 mana, 2-2, and enters. Phyrexian's control, gain menace. Some Phyrexian Lord. Sack an artifact, a creature, return from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's kind of cool. Invasion of Kamigawa. This comes in, tap something, put a stun counter on it, and you get the Rooftop Saboteur, which is a good card. Because if it deals damage to battles, you get to draw 2, which is really nice. Draw as well, I should say, not draw 2. A couple more white cards in here. Unfortunately, not a pack that is amazing. However, I'm kind of okay taking Invasion. I like that it taps down a blocker so that you can get in and maybe get your... I mean, the 2-3 flyer with that ability is pretty nice. Kami of Whispered Hopes is good. Kind of just devoid of nuts cards that we want here, unfortunately. But whatever, we'll take Invasion for now. Harried Artisan, totally playable. Finn is good and Tandem Takedown is good, so good on commons there. Assimilate Essence, not bad. Just can only hit creatures, so I don't love it. Rin's Resolve I do like, but I think I'm going to go Harried Artisan because it gets flying. For us right now, we would have to pay the life as we would with Prankster, but getting Evasion is nice. And it's a 2-3 haste, not bad. So, ooh, Bloodfeather Phoenix. Well, this one's nice because we couldn't get some. We can get some instants and sorceries, but has to deal it to an opponent or battle. Well, we don't quite have that yet. Change the equation. That's kind of cool too. Hard counter for 2 or less. Order of the Mirror is a great card, but I'd rather go with the rare here. Rare flyer. Rouse reinforcements would be great. Even though they're not artifacts, it doesn't really matter. And then Disturbing Conversion's a playable combat trick, but yeah, let's go Phoenix. Can't block. Have to keep that in mind. Fearless Scald I like, but Joyful Storm Sculptor is huge. Huge pickup for us. 3 bodies in one, and then whenever you cast a spell that has Convoke, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each battle they protect, which is nice because we actually do have at least a couple Convokes so far, and we can potentially find some more. Another Rouse Reinforcements, which I would like. Throwback card is 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Fearless Scald is a good uncommon. Another Scrap Jumper. I think we're good on those. Storm Sculptor is a clear pick and just great pickup for us. All right, Lithomantic Barrage. This is an interesting card. 1 damage to a creature or planeswalker. 5 damage to a white or blue creature or planeswalker. Not bad. Might just take it, could try it, or we could take Captive Weird. I've seen this played a few times. This card is actually pretty good. I could see maybe taking the Captive Weird. This is going to be decent. Premium Champion's good too. 2 bodies in one. I do like that effect pretty well, though. You can hold off on this as long as you need to, and then eventually you get another card out of it. I kind of like that. I think it might actually be better than Barrage. I don't know. I mean, Barrage is only going to be... It's going to be bad against some decks and amazing against others, so it's tough to say. It is a sorcery, and it's removal. I'm going to take Captive Weird, though. I haven't gotten to play with it. I played against it. I like it. And not having to pay the 2 life is a nice upside, in my opinion. Tidal Terror here. It's got Island Cycling. Not bad. Might just take another Shadow the Source, although, like I said, it's expensive. We do have a lot of cheap creatures now, though, which kind of makes this a little more doable. Like, having 3 1-drops makes these Halo Hoppers actually playable, probably. I'll take another Shadow the Source. Where are we at creature-wise? 12 already? All right, well, we could use a little more removal that has Convoke, so at least has synergy with Storm Sculptor. Is it each creature they control, too, or each opponent in battle? All right, another Wicked Slumber. Not bad. Otherwise, we have another chance to get the Cryptomancer, and we have Shapecraft, which is probably a pretty playable card. But I'm going to take the second Wicked Slumber. Just because, like I said, we have a lot of cheap creatures. We have some tokens. Being able to play those for free would be good. Here I could take the Barrage, though. I think I'm all right with that. This lets us get instants and sorceries or battles back, but I'd rather just take the Barrage, see if it pans out. We'll see how often we play against white or blue. You know, with the matching system, you never know. Maybe we'll play against other blue decks because of it, and it'll pan out. Protocol Knight. Probably a fine card if you have a good night count. We, however, do not. So we could take Omen Hawker, but we don't really have... Well, we have Transform stuff. Maybe it's okay here. Otherwise, we take another Convoke card, which is good for our Storm Sculptor, but whatever. Just take Omen Hawker. Alright, Rin's Resolve is a card I like quite a bit. And the only pick on color here, so we'll take it. Alright, good blue picks here. That's nice. So look out. I don't think we need that. Disturbing Conversion, playable. Might just Change the Equation, try it out. It's an uncommon. 2 or less, hard counter. 6 or less on red or green. Let's give it a try. Could be good. It is a hard counter for 6 or less. I mean, it's a lot of targets for red or green decks. And like I said, with the algorithm, you never know. You know, they try and pair based on power level, so maybe we'll be paired against other red decks more often. This is kind of like a combat trick that's also an artifact, and I just don't think we need a third Scrap Jumper. Just seems unnecessary. I'm going to take the Analyst over the third Chomper now. Vigilance is also an ability that lends itself well to Convoke. Can both attack and still cast Convoke spells, especially instant speed ones. Attack with your Analyst, and then post attacker, you pay 1 less for your Wicked Slumber. Get rid of a couple blockers. It's kind of nice. So we're not lacking in the cheap department. Lacking a little bit in the late game, but not a big deal. Wow, second to last pick tandem takedown. I mean, it's the best card, but I'm just going to let someone have it because we're not in green, and I don't want to compete for green cards. If this was, well, I was going to, oh, Stoke the Flames. There's a good pickup. But actually, Storm Sculptor might just be better. 3 bodies in 1 is hard to go wrong. Stoke the Flames burns face, though, which Anna has Convoke. I mean, it's really good. There's probably a higher chance. All right, there's definitely a higher chance we wheel Storm Sculptor, but I'm pretty convinced we're not going to wheel either one. We do have some Transform in here, which is kind of nice, actually. But I'm not going to take Corruption over either of those. I feel like Storm Sculptor is ultimately what we want. It's a tough one. Burning Face is pretty good for that reason, but I think I'm going to go with the Storm Sculptor. I think it's a strong card. 3 bodies in 1, and more upside based on how many Convoke cards you have. 3 bodies in 1 alone is pretty solid. All right, I think we just take probably Yorion here because it's a 5-mana 4/5 flyer with upside. Exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control. So we're not going to have 20 more than the minimum deck size, so it's just going to be a card in our deck. Not that I have a problem with that. It ups our 5-drop count to 4, but I mean, you probably run Yorion over Javelin here and not look back on that. I like Slasher, actually. Another chance to get Barrage, but I am going to just go Yorion. I've lost Breach of Multiverse. It's a strong card. Ooh, Tetsuko. Tetsuko is actually very, very good in a vacuum, and particularly for our deck because we're spitting out 2 ones that are going to be unblockable. And on top of that, we have a ton of like 1/1s and stuff like that. So it also is unblockable itself, which is really nice. So great pickup for us. Great card in general. So we can take Whelp. We do have Transform to help get value out of that. Or Assimilate Essence. Can get Incubate out of it. Could just take another flyer. We currently have 3 4-drops. 2 of which are Convoke cards, so probably can be played for less. Probably just take the Whelp. Get another flyer. Historian, playable, negate, more of a sideboard card, and we're doing best of 1, so that's not going to happen. I don't love Historian. I guess it can be unblockable with Tetsuko. I think the chances of main decking a negate are quite low. Stuff like Essence Scatter is more valuable in Limited because decks tend to just run more creatures than non-creature spells. I think at this point we just take the free Glyphs and be happy about it. Free fixing for our deck. Oh, Agar. Well, whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard or spell you control dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. Well, I mean, I think we just take it because not only is it good for our deck because we have... well, how many actual wizards and giants? We have 1 wizard. It's a wizard giant, so it at least gets its own value. But on top of that, we have stuff like Shadow the Source and stuff, so not bad. Need to draw some extra cards, potentially. Another Wicked Slumber, or we take Emery. You can cast artifacts from your graveyard. Currently, we only have a couple. I guess it says we have 4. Is Yorion one, or I'll probably just take a 3rd Slumber. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's fine. So we're gonna have to make some cuts here. Ooh, what? Pick 9, Stoke the Flames. That is truly unbelievable. It's so good. Such a good card. Should never go that late. Really incredible. Pretty happy about that. So we're looking, I mean, we're looking good. We don't have like, you know, tons and tons of bomb cards, but, oh, Barrage here. Yeah. I think we're good on creatures, so all the removal stuff, I mean, we have 20 creatures, so we're going to have to make some guts. Another Scrap Jumper. I don't know if I need another Scrap Jumper, honestly. I'd probably just take the negate. I'm not playing that many scrap jumpers, so I don't think the Halo hoppers are going to be good enough. There's probably quite a few picks here that are ultimately not going to be good enough. We don't need Blazing Sun's Fury. It does have Convoke, I guess. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So we've got some real choices to make here, huh? Well, got some good choices. Decent rare count. Nothing broken, but hey, you can't always open broken cards. But we have some cool, we have some cool throwback cards too, so that's nice. 5 mana 4/5 flyers, certainly never going to be bad and limited. And it comes in and exile stuff. Do we have... I don't think we have that much into the battlefield value, unfortunately. It's any number of non-land permanents, though, right? Okay. So at least you can hit, like... I guess maybe Invasion of Kaladesh. You get another Doctor. It's really not that busted. Or Invasion of Kamigawa to tap something down. Is it end of turn, though, that you get them back? Next end step, so that's not broken by any stretch. Let's see here. We have to make quite a few cuts. I'm still okay with 17 lands, though. Let's cut, like, Bane Splitter. I think we'll cut Omen Hawker, even though it's kind of cool, because we have some transform cards that it could reduce the cost of, but ultimately I'm not feeling it. We have to make some more cuts. Historian I'm not in love with. You know what's actually really strong is Tetsuko with Furnace Gremlin, because you attack, they can't, after blocker step, then you can inflate it, and it's unblockable, inflatable, which is really good. Bird of Analyst also unblockable with Tetsuko. So is Historian, but I think we're going to cut the Historian, because I'm just not really feeling it. I don't know if we need double Scrap Chomper either. It says we're at 16 creatures. I think that we can... Do we have token ones too, though? This is technically a creature, I guess, so maybe we have more like 17. As far as card draw goes, we basically just have like Ren's Resolve. Huh. We don't have that many artifacts for this dude. It's like a 2/4 a lot of the time. Yeah, because these elemental creature tokens, unfortunately, are not artifacts. Yeah, I could see Invasion of Kaladesh maybe not being good enough. I mean, these are artifacts, so that's cool and all, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and then I guess you could turn them all into 1/1 flyers. Huh. Gives all your tokens haste, too. It's kind of cool. I think the Invasion of Kamigawa is probably just better than Invasion of Kaladesh, but whatever. Not a huge deal. At least Furtive Analyst is like a decent blocker that can increase your card quality. Do we want to change the equation? I kind of do, but we've got some cuts to make. We need 6 cuts. I want to keep all my Convoke, because we've got 2 Storm Sculptors, so that's a good reason to keep the battles too. I guess it deals damage to the battles they're protecting. I don't know if we need 2 Scrap Chompers. It's just nice to have super cheap creatures that make Convoke cheaper, but it is, at the end of the day, it's a 1-mana 1/1 with an upside that requires some late game to probably do anything you want it to. Yeah, and it may not even be good enough for the deck, we'll see. Can I play 4 5-drops? I mean, these are probably cheaper. Do we have enough Transform for Whelp? We don't have a ton of Transform, but we've got some. I mean, this is technically Transform permanent, too. I could see maybe cutting the Scrap Chomper and keeping the Analyst, just because Analyst blocks better and you don't have to sack anything to loot, whereas this you have to sack stuff to draw. Yeah, I could see that maybe. And then I probably have to cut non-creature stuff, so maybe I change the equation. kind of like it, but I guess I'd rather keep my removal. We'll try out Lithomantic Barrage. There's definitely going to be matchups where Barrage does not do what you need it to, but I feel like when it's dealing 5 and you have like an Agar out, that's pretty slick. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because we actually have some high damage spells. Barrage, Stoke, Shatter. It's a decent number. Spite even can do it with Agar. If it targets the right thing. So that's like, what? 6 spells in the deck that synergize pretty nicely with Agar. So we need 3 more cuts. And we're at like 15 creatures sort of. So we should probably cut non-creatures. Kind of getting to the point where, yeah, I could cut Invasion of Kaladesh. I really am not super feeling this card for us. It's like a hard to cast 1/1 flyer that gives us like a 2/4 flyer maybe that still has to crew. Yeah, we probably can cut that. So then 2 more cuts. And they should probably be non-creatures. I could cut 1 Wicked Slumber. Maybe 3 is too much, even though it has synergy with Storm Sculpture, and I think it's a good card. I guess technically this is kind of a creature too, so we're really at like, it's like at least half a creature, probably. So we can cut 1 Wicked Slumber. Might cut 2, just because I have Agar, so harder removal may just be better. Kind of does lower our Convoke amount, but I also want to be able to play stuff like Rin's Resolve because I feel like we can flood out too, which is not great. It does make Storm Sculptor slightly less exciting, doesn't it? Well, I think that's just the way it is. I want a good creature count still, so color-wise we're looking like 16 red, 11 blue. I don't think this deck is insane by any stretch in a format where whoever gets the most broken cards wins. We're really not looking that busted. But it looks like an interesting deck, so we'll have to run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright. Probably mulligan this. Bunch of blue spells and expensive red card. 2 red lands. Not going to do it. This one will, though. It's a good hand. So we'll ditch probably... probably the... Well... probably be the Prankster, I'm guessing. I feel like Furnace Gremlin and Furtive Analyst are probably better. To be honest, I don't know, but probably better. Rotten Tail. Ooh, Phoenix is a good draw. I think we'll just put the flyer down now. So this only, it has to deal to the opponent to get it back, unfortunately. Makes it slightly worse, but that's alright, not a huge deal. Finn. Alright. Orion's good. Let's do Analyst now. Get in. Hmm. 0/5 flower for each. Okay. Ooh. Well, I think we have to do the resolve first. Unless I'm willing to trade Agar, which I'm not. But we need to hit a land here, so I think we're going to do this one first. Did hit the land, which is good. We're not going to be able to cast Brudiclad, but that's not the end of the world. So we'll just guess pass, because we can't do anything about that connoisseur there. Probably end up using Analyst, I'm guessing, to draw discard. But, yeah, like I said, there's no possible way we're going to be able to cast Brudiclad this game. But that's alright. Might be able to at least cast Orion, which unfortunately can't attack into the Connoisseur. At least not yet. Incubate 2. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Well, they're going to get a Transform permanent, so it'll be a 1/5. Transforming it right away, sure. So So we'll use Analyst and draw here. So we get to get the land. I guess I'll ditch Gremlin so I can cast Orion. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll play Orion. And we don't need to exile anything, and we won't attack. So we lost one of our bombs, unfortunately. Would have been real nice, too. Getting 2-1s every turn. And now at least we can use Analyst and hopefully get some value out of that at some point. Let's see if they're going to do a fight spell here. Guess we'll take 6 here. Alright, so we did get the barrage, which can hit blue creatures. So we can do Agar, we can attack with the Orion and finish off the Connoisseur at least. So I think we'll do that. Unfortunately, it has to be excess damage, is that right? Jeez, it's gonna make it a little trickier. Alright. That's fair enough. So I guess we probably use Analyst on their turn because we need it as a blocker. I think we probably block here and take. So it's got vigilance too. That is good. Sure. I think we have a lot of more outs for that huge Connoisseur. Alright, we'll do this. And ditch this. And Wicked Slumber. Well, that's not bad. So alright, so we can put that down, get in for 6. But we probably want to do it on their turn, I'm guessing. So I can do it on their turn. Maybe I just attack with the Orion then. That way we can tap Phoenix, still do Slumber, and still use Analyst on their turn as well. So, alright. That'll do. Alright, so we'll do Slumber, tapping that, and the inflatable dude. And we'll do that, +3. And I'll put the stun counter on this one and this one. Let's see. I think we'll just go damage prevention here. Alright. We'll have to use this. Ooh, there's a great draw. So ditch this. Just what the doctor ordered. Get some bodies out there. And with flyers. I feel like this seems a little bit dangerous for them. But maybe not. Sure. Ooh, so we've shattered the source. So I think we're still just in full-fledged Storm Sculptor mode here. So we'll do that again. More bodies. Get in with Phoenix. And pass. So with Shadow Source and Storm Sculptors, we win here, which is good. What's this do? Oh, well, that's fine. So, no reach, right? Oh, thank goodness. So they have 4 blockers to our 6 attackers. So attack with everything. They block 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes. And none of them have lifelink, so we should kill them without even casting Shatter the Source from what I'm seeing. Although we'll just do it anyway, because why not? All right. Well, we got there. Let's see for the next one. All right, we're in round 2. This is a totally keepable hand. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but it's there. We have both colors. Furtive Analyst did some work game 1, so that was nice. As both block, it did exactly what we wanted it to. Blocker plus looter. See what Whelp does for us here. Ah, well, there's probably one of the best cards in our decks. That's nice. What do we got? Wary Thespian. Alright, well, this is a good time to kill Wary Thespian because I'll tell you why. Do I want to lose any of these? Not really, I'll be honest. I mean, I could ditch a land, but currently we need both these lands for the Storm Sculptor. We still have the Analyst, we still have Rin's Resolve, so I think we'll decline. But, hey, if they didn't want to surveil before, they don't want to surveil now, so... Yeah, kind of worked out. I mean, next, I could have just taken 3 and had a blocker board, I guess, but... yeah, because that's probably a better target anyway. But it felt like a good time to prevent 3 damage and prevent them from surveilling. But Kami, Whispered Hopes, a fantastic card. No doubt about it. Huh. They already played a land, though? Oh, that's good. I don't know if that was the right target to put it on, but that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, what do we want to do here? I mean, we can do Invasion of Kamigawa and prevent some damage to ourselves. Otherwise, I can get a flyer on board now. It's the best use of mana. I guess we'll get a flyer on board. We're going to trade 4 damage for 3, but If we get this on board, at least I can tap it down, get in. Oh, nice. Well, putting all their eggs in one basket, I guess that's good news for us. Doesn't have trample, right? No. Well, that's good. Alright, well, I'm going to do Storm Sculptor now, because it's the best use of mana, and we get 2 jump blockers, so that to me seems worth it. We can attack with Whelp first, I guess, see if they have the untap, reach, all that nonsense. I'm not going to play around it, so if they got it, whatever. It's probably better they do it now before I do Invasion of Kamigawa anyway. It's probably true. Alright, well, that worked out. And then we'll do Storm Sculptor. No Convoke spells yet, but that's alright. Buy us a couple turns is good enough for now. That's a big one. Well, I guess we're going to be tapping that one instead. Stop the reach. So we'll block that. Alright, so another land. But I'm still okay. We can do Resolve first, actually. Because then we can still do Invasion. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll do the Resolve, see what we get. Just a couple lands, so play one of those lands instead. And then we do Invasion. Tap Ancient. Put a stun counter on it. And get in for 3, and we'll attack the Invasion because I want to get. Could get a Convoke card here, and then we can get our 2/3. I have to find a way to deal with that. Ooh, Incubate 5. That's pretty good. Jump again. Still on the reach though, so we'll get another body. That's nice. We'll play this land. So, let's see. We have 7, so 3/5. We can still use Analysts. So that's good. We'll do Agar. Do Prankster. And get in with Whelp on this. Get our dude. It. And then we'll pass. So, I have the Timberland Ancient. I think we're probably going to be blocking that if they attack with it. Otherwise, yeah, we may have to actually do some blocking here. Not the end of the world. We'll probably just block like this. And it's when it deals excessive. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think we might draw. Oh, if we deal excess damage. It's a little bit trickier. Put Lee down and see if that calms him down a little bit here. He's getting a little saucy. Here's your toys, Lee. Because that's not excess damage. Well, honestly, I probably just block like this then, because then it is excess damage. I still only lose 2 dudes. I probably keep my looter. I can't attack into Ancient anyway, so maybe this works out. Let's see what they kill. I'm going to take 6 here, which is a lot, but at this point we just do it. So they're killing Agar. I still think we get to draw the card. We'll find out. We do. Very nice. Alright, cool. So, do Analyst. Looter Shooter here. Get rid of a land. Furnace Gremlin. Well, that's a good one when you have 8 mana. So you can pump it 3 times and then get an incubate out of it. Worth it. Probably blocking with the Whelp as well. I think at this point we gotta go for the long game. And we can't attack into the reach anyway, so do the Gremlin and... Oh, I guess we can only pump it twice. Guess I should have kept that red mana, huh? So I can pump it twice. That's probably still good enough. Pump it twice and I can still loot away the Artisan. I probably still just, at this point, use the loot because I need to find something here. Alright. Not the end of the world. They do get to incubate too, but I guess it's 3. Doesn't have haste though, I don't think, unless I'm missing something. Going with the Ancient now, huh? That's unexpected. So, let's see. I can pump the Gremlin twice and block with the Whelp and get a card draw. Kind of want to keep the Flyer now that they don't have any reach left. But at the same time, I don't want to lose my Analyst. I wonder if I have to, though. I may have to. So we're kind of in a tough spot here. So we'll block here, here. Maybe I just have to lose the Whelp. I don't want to, but it's not like I can attack back anyway, so we'll block with those 2. I'm gonna take 2 damage. I guess I could have blocked with the Storm Sculptor 2, and I still only would have lost 2 dudes. That's true. I probably should have done that. I can do the incubate or I can loot. Maybe the incubate's a little more valuable here right now. Well, but this taps, so I kind of need to do that, I feel like. Alright, well, would I rather lose the Artisan? I can't really afford to pay the life to transform this. I guess I'd rather have the Weird for the extra card. So we'll do that. Tetsuko, not bad actually. And then we at least have an unblockable Prankster. So we've got 8 mana total. So I can do this, 5, 7, but then I can't do this. So I can do this, see what our extra card is. Once again, I don't think I can afford to pay the life. Alright, do I have until next turn? Alright, well I have next turn to cast it, that's nice. So we can do the surprise incubate, which I'll have to do, I think. Alright. So we'll probably just double block, I suppose. Seems fine. Ooh, Slumber. Well, that's nice. And we have Storm Sculptor, too. Not bad. Well, we gotta cast this or we lose it. Use it or lose it, as they like to say. Let's get our flyer. We even get to exile that little baddie, which is pretty slick. And I'll just do Tetsuko. So then we have unblockable dudes. And we'll pass. And our dude comes back. 2 more unblockable dudes. Looter is getting there. We have Wicked Slumber, which we can actually cast too, which is nice. So, yeah, it doesn't. I don't even have to do Wicked Slumber yet. No need. But I want to get in with Urian, so I think we will. Because then we got him on a pretty quick clock. Oh yeah, plus they'll take the extra damage. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna put the counters on that dude. Alright, ooh. Wow, that's a good drop. We'll get our dude. Choose a token you control. If you do, each other token be... no. Wait. Where's my 2-1? Is it hidden behind there? Can I not see it? Where is my... I can't... I want to do the token I can't see. It's hidden behind here. Oh, there we go. I was like, where is it? Alright. So we get in this. 2, 4, 6, 7, 11, 13, 14. There we go. Alright. See you for the next one. This is a keep. It's a good looking hand. We even get to go Prankster into Umezawa and get the unblockable Prankster, which is nice. Nice. Alright. I guess I could have done Tetsuko and been able to block the Doomshaper, but I wanted the unblockable Prankster next turn. Trading 2 for 1, not the worst. Ooh, it's up here and Lancer's a good one. So I have Agar instead. So I can, yeah, we want to make best use of mana here, so we'll do the Agar. Pass. I could have actually transformed the Prankster there. That's pretty good. You gonna pay it? So they must have a combat trick. But this doesn't make a ton of sense. So I think we'll block here and make them do the trick. Because the problem is, could also double block it. That way, if it's the +2/+2 and untap, we still kill it. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna block like this. This could be dangerous. Actually worked out okay. We still get to draw a card. We didn't lose our Prankster. I'm satisfied. Let's see. So I can do Invasion of Kamigawa. Yeah, this is actually this is nice. To tap that, attack this. The next turn I get Tetsuko plus Phoenix, and we get a 2/3. That's nice. Ooh. They lose out on that sweet, sweet vigilance too. So let's do Tetsuko, attack the thing. We can do Spite. I want to hit a land, so we probably want to discard something, I'm guessing. I can do Wicked Slumber too. Yeah, we probably do the... Yeah, probably do the Slumber. It's the best use of mana. Okay. Alright with that. Okay. Alright, and they're doing the equip. So, I think we do Slumber this turn because we have the support for it. And we'll put it extra on the... We can probably keep them both locked down for a turn or two here. Let's see if I can grab probably grab a pacifier here too. Let's see. So we can draw the extra card, and all of our dudes are unblockable. Let's see see if I can calm him down here. He's got his toys. So I can Spite, or I can Urion. Yeah, seems like a good opportunity to do Urion. I get my dudes back and they can block. I shouldn't do the Saboteur though. So this can hit white and or blue. That's nice. So I see. I can barrage this and then kill Shanna with the Spite. I think we'll do that. So let's take this out. Shanna gets smaller and then we'll Spite this dude and get rid of the land. We can draw off the Saboteur. I guess I'd probably keep the 4/5 back, huh? Although, yeah, they'll have double strike, but dang. Huh. I can transform Prankster and then actually have a pretty decent. Oh, is it actually a good blocker? Let's just get in with these three. Then we can do Phoenix. That's probably worth it. Then we have Shatter the Source, so we can kill something there. If they have a kill spell for Urion, we're not straight up dead too. That's nice. Let's see. Do I have lethal? I guess not. I kept the Urion back. But let's see. I'm getting in for 2, 6, 8, 9. Can only get in for 9. So I don't have lethal. I will have lethal in 2 turns though, so I think we'll just make this trade. Alright, so we have another land. We can get in with everything because this doesn't have reach. Let's see what we get. Draw. So with that, let's do Ren's Resolve. But then I can't do Shatter the Source, huh? So we want to do Shatter the Source. Do I want to leave up Shatter, or do I want to do Ren's Resolve? Let's do Ren's Resolve. We're not dead anyway, so... Alright, 2 more lands, so we'll just do that. Like I said, we can't actually do the Shatter the Source now, because we hit 2 lands, but not currently dead, which is good. We'll get in for 6. Or 4, I guess. Our dudes are unblockable though, so it's a lot of lands. Alright, so we'll just get in. No reach here, right? No. Alright. Alright. Got there. Let's see for the next one. Let's see, no blue mana. I'd probably still keep this. This is a little bit dangerous, but we're on the draw. We have a 2-drop. I don't really love mulliganing. It's at least a good 2-drop. That's a great card. So I guess if we're not blocking, we get in and just get in for 2. Still a couple mana away from Shatter the Source, unfortunately. Alright, got our blue mana, that's good. Guess we could do Wicked Slumber, but probably gonna do Analyst here. We need more bodies for our Wicked Slumber. So we're gonna take another 4 damage, which is significant. No doubt about it. If I draw another land, though, at least I'm at potentially Urian mana. And they're missing land drops. I guess that's good. So we got Oculus Whelp. That at least makes good use of mana, and I can block their Guardian. Or I can just, yeah. Or I can do Shadow the Source on the 4/4, but then, let's just do the Whelp. We don't have anything transformed. But what are you gonna do? Can also, I guess, double block the 4/4, which is not the worst. We found their black mana. I can actually, I guess, block this, huh? And we only lose one thing. I like that. Seems fine to me. Alright, we have Agar. So if I do Agar, I can still do Wicked Slumber, which is gonna be good enough, because we have Shatter the Source too, so that'll work for me. Yeah, it's got... Alright, when it enters, incubate 3 times 2. Wow, that's nice. Oh, wow. Seems excessively strong, but it's this format in a vacuum, so not super surprised. So we'll target these 2. Oh, that's too bad for us. So, I guess we'll put the stun counters on the flyer. Alright, so can't find the 5th mana, which means we're going to have to do this. Got our mana there, that's good. So I guess we'll pass. So we're definitely going to block here. And probably block the 3/3, I'm guessing. Oh, good. I was like, was that the wrong step? But it wasn't, so it worked out. So we'll pump the Gremlin and incubate 2 at least. Got another land, that's good. So we can do Shatter the Source. Let's see. Need to get some bodies out there. So the problem is, if I do Storm Sculptor, I can't do Shatter the Source. So I'm going to lose the Shatter the Source, which I don't love. But I'm probably taking too much damage otherwise, so I think we need to do it now. Because I'm at 9. Yeah, we're going to lose the Shadow Source, which is kind of a bummer. Because we're literally 1 mana away from casting it. Which is a huge bummer. But I want to be able to set up for Urian with the Storm Sculptor too. I feel like that's kind of important. I need the extra bodies right now. Oh, bummer. Alright, so kill this dude and block this dude and prevent 3 damage. Alright, so we have Spite now. So we have 6 mana, which between this, so I can only tap that, and that gives me 7, so it's still short. Javelineer. I mean, it's got reach. Can do Javelineer, I guess. Just kind of at an awkward mana amount, unfortunately. I mean, the reach here is nice, but yeah, they basically have anything and we die. Like a Hoarding Broodlord, for example. I mean, I guess at least I can kill it. That's nice. Stoke's cool. So, let's see. If I do this, I can do... No, I can do Stoke. But I need to be able to kill the Broodlord, so... We're gonna have to shatter the source on the Broodlord. So, see if they attack with everything, I guess. And if they have like a combat trick, then whatever. So can I activate this too? Let's see, that would leave me with 4 mana. Tap the 3, so I can still do Shatter after blocks. So that's the plan. Oh, that's a bummer. So, can't do anything about that. Do some damage. So we'll let them attack. We'll activate this. And then we'll block. And then we'll use Shatter. And deal 6 to a Hoarding Broodlord. So Phoenix isn't going to get us out of this. This transforms into a Menace 4/5. It's going to be tough to beat. So I still just cannot get that 7th mana that I need here, unfortunately. So I can do Stoke plus Spite. Guess we can do Spite. I can do Spite in response to Freewheeler. Not 2 life, huh? Well, I think I actually have to use Spite now and find something. So I'll actually kill this. Get rid of Phoenix or whatever. Go up to 3 life. And still die, unfortunately. kill that. But ultimately still die. So we'll just block the Etch Familiar and die. And see you for the next one. Alright, this will keep. We've got some 2-drops here. Alright, I like the land. So you get to go Phoenix into Analyst. Phoenix is kind of a weird one because we don't have a ton of ways to get it back, but Stoke the Flames technically is a way to get it back. I have to burn face for it, but not the worst. There's worse things you have to do. Alright, so we'll go Land Analyst. Going for 2. So I will block the Sentinel. There's really no reason to not attack with the Sentinel. Ooh. Trample Haste. Wow, that's a good one. Well, I think we found our Stoke the Flames target. Sheesh. I'm just going to use that now before they protect it. Although I could do Wicked Slumber. Huh, that's true. And if I do Wicked Slumber, yeah, then I can attack with Analyst too. And I may still be able to use Stoke for base here, maybe. Unlikely, but possible. This is what this format's all about. Ooh, odd mana value. Well, that worked out nicely for you. So I guess we take 6. Seems pretty good. Alright. Alright, so... and that happens to have a odd mana value as well. So we don't have any transform dudes. I have 5 mana. Can stoke the Sentinel. I actually die if I take Obosh plus Sigiled Sentinel. So I probably have to stoke the Sentinel now in case they have protection. Let's see. I can technically... yeah, we probably have to do that. So we'll stoke, kill Sentinel. We'll play a Prankster. Yes. Although I'm not blocking with Analyst, so maybe I should have used the Analyst and gotten in for 2. That might have been smarter in hindsight. Nice. This format is just exactly just rare into mythic. It sums up this format so nicely. I love it. So we'd probably just jump. I don't like to, but I don't end up getting a 4/4 trample flying dragon either. This really is one of the most unfun formats played in a long time. I mean, just talk about like just lottery ticket your way to victory here. How many rares on color can I get in the draft? Well, I get potentially 3 per pack, so hopefully it all works out. says trample as well, so that's nice. And they're both coming at me, so because they get to deal damage. So I guess we'll just double block this. A little one. And we quickly draw a land. Cool. So opponent's got more cards in hand, more cards in play. Not ideal spot for us here. Yeah, there you go. All right, see you for the next one. Okay, we'll keep this. Honestly, we were kind of due for a really bad format. I feel like the formats have been average to good for a while, so it kind of fits, in my opinion, that we should have a bad one at some point, you know? You can't just have pure gold forever. Well, that's good. So, I suppose we can kill it. Basically, it allows me to still attack. My other option was to transform and not attack. I don't love that against a vigilance dude, but I guess it's not the worst. I wouldn't be able to kill that one, so that's actually okay. Let's do this. Well, this gives me more cards though, doesn't it? Yeah, because if I get the land, then I can slumber. Alright. I did get the land, so that worked out. So then we'll pass. So we'll do the slumber. See if they've got the protection. If they do, then they'll get in, they'll draw a bunch of cards, and we'll probably lose. Which one are they going to choose? Probably Orion, but if they take Orion, we don't actually lose out on a 5-drop, so. And we don't have a second blue mana anyway. So, it's probably not a bad choice. 8 mana is a lot. So, we can do Captive Weird, and we can still cast Tetsuko. So, we're gonna... Yeah, I think that makes sense. We might hit a land here, too. You gonna fight or what? Sure. No problem. Play land, play Tetsuko, get in for 2. Still don't have our second blue mana, which we will be needing. More removal? No? No, that's good. Alright, we'll get in. And we can do Javelineer or Orion. Javelineer gives us guaranteed damage. What does Orion give us? Guess we'll just take the Javelineer. No, can't really decide if that's better or worse. I just feel like the guaranteed damage is good. Alright, so they can get their thing and make their thing unblockable. But if they do that, we get to crack back for a decent amount. They have to remember that. Because they know we have Orion in hand, so alright. Sure. Pretty bold. So we get in for a bunch. For vigilance haste. Nice one. Well, I guess we can block here, and then they'll get a 4/4 vigilance haste. So we can kill their flyer. Plus, I can still do shatter the source. Kill flyer. Get in for 3. And then we can I mean, they don't have lethal, so I think actually kill the warrior, because I still have lethal next turn with the Javelineer. I don't want them to get the extra card. Huh. They're like trying to bait me into a block. I'm okay with that. Alright. See you for the next one. Oh, we should probably mull this. It's pretty slow, and this format's too brutal to keep hands like that. This hand's good. So I guess we'll ditch the shatter. That way I've got one of our better cards. So if you flip the weird on turn 3, you miss out on the value, but you could also potentially get 3 damage in, which is pretty significant. Getting in for 5 on turn 3 is pretty good. think I'm gonna wait. Could be wrong. Alright, I guess we'll do it now, see if we hit the land. Did hit the land. Well, that worked out. Ended up getting max value out of it, so that's nice. See if they have the arachnid thing and they kill our conjurer. At least next turn we can do the storm sculptor. It's pretty good. Got a couple bodies out there. And these two are at least good synergy together, so that's nice. Alright. So I missed out on damage to get an extra land. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the worst trade. So they can crew that now. We got fifth land, so we'll go Storm Sculptor. So they're all unblockable. We have our own Tetsuko, but this is basically a mirror match where they have green. Maybe they forgot that we can't block with the Phoenix. That's lucky for us. So we'll jam Brutaclad. Unfortunately, making all our dudes 2/1s is not good enough yet. How many rares can you get is the name of the game. How many rares did you open? How many rares did you get past that were on color? 3 rares per pack. Potentially. Like I said, try not to complain. These formats have to happen every once in a while. It's just, oh, they permanently become that token? Wow. I feel like I probably should have realized that. It's not a big deal. I still won it like that. And I'm pretty fortunate my opponent just hasn't realized yet that I can't block with Phoenix, but that's fortunate. What do they get out of this too? When you cast an instant resource spell, you can copy it. Seems pretty strong. So they're at 13. We've got 6 tokens. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. I think we're gonna wait one more turn here. So I guess they're gonna be able to kill Brundaclad. So I think we'll spite the artifact dude. Oh, yeah, maybe we best wait on that. Because I don't have an actual card to discard, and I need to be able to get rid of lands. They haven't quite realized they can't block with Phoenix yet, so it's probably okay. Also, for some reason, they're not attacking with all their unblockable dudes. Which I guess I'm also okay with. Oh, well, there you have it. Now I kind of wish I hadn't flipped that Goremonger, but that's alright. So attack with that, which is unfortunately not lethal, but it's as much as we can do. Alright, so opponent easily could have won that game, but made some bad decisions that ultimately cost them. We'll see for the next one. Okay, we're going to mull this one because we only have blue mana and a bunch of red spells. That's not going to work. This format, it is too unforgiving to keep that. This one we'll keep, and I guess we'll ditch a land. I forget if we do have double blue. Do we have double red? We do have double red. And I guess we have double red inflatable dude in hand, so I guess we'll ditch the island. Let's see if our opponent... Well, white and blue we like to see because we have Barrage, which is still undetermined whether it's good or not. So I think I'll spite that and probably ditch one of our islands. I can play the Gremlin and just start taking hits from that. Yeah, maybe that's alright too. Because then at least I can keep Gremlin back plus Volcanic Spite up. Like, I'm willing to trade a Gremlin for a Sanctifier and get an Incubate token out of it. That's decent value. And this is 4 lands to... Okay. So we'll do that and we'll hang out here. Yeah. We put the token on. Alright. So we'll presumably just spite that. And ditch island, I guess. Alright. So we'll probably just play the Whelp here, I guess. They're missing land drops, I guess that's good news. Problem is I'm like an all land. I'm going like all lands here. So they've just got a grip full of spells. Yeah, it might just be worth it to kill Kami here, keep him off the land. I think that's probably worth it. Yeah, unfortunately every land drop is just gonna bring us closer and closer to losing this. So we can get in for Yeah, I'm too far behind on the race to do that. So they've got 4 spells in hand to our 2 lands in hand. So they're 4 spells up and pretty even to ahead on the board. Not a good spot to be in. I still think killing the Kami was correct, in my opinion. Well, I think we just take the opportunity here. Ah, what a unfortunate draw there. It's okay. This deck didn't deserve 5 wins anyway, so... I mean, technically it wouldn't have gotten 5 wins had at least one of my opponents played correctly too, so... I mean, just not attacking with unblockable dudes and not attacking into my can't block dudes, so... I would say that we're pretty lucky to have gotten 5 wins with this. Very, very lucky. So I can stoke some flames. I presumably do that in response to... What does this turn into? Oh yeah, 6/6 that gets a billion abilities. I probably just attack with both and hope they block. Because once they flip that, it's GG's. Doesn't have lifelink, does it? Oh, of course it does. Just so silly. It's so silly how strong this card is. Maybe they didn't get the land. That would be good. If they didn't get the land, we're okay. If they did get the land, we're pretty much dead. Just Worm Coil Engine plus. It says Vigilance too, or... Okay, just Reach. Well, that's good. Okay. Wow. So, once again, opponent could have just, you know, killed us, but... I can take it. If I draw a tap, I can win. Or just draw lands. Just rip straight lands non-stop. Just keep ripping lands. So they take it, we kill them. If they block, we're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yep, they made the right choice. We're toast. Doesn't matter what we kill. Alright. So we drew a bunch of lands and lost. Barely. And just wait for him to transform or pump or whatever. Alright. So we'll open some packs here. We got 5 wins with this deck, which was way more than it deserved. So many more wins than this deck deserved, so that's a huge win for us. Let's do some pack one, pick ones, and call it a day. Alright, pack one, pick one. Progenitor Exarch, we already saw how good this card is, so this card's incredible. Yep, just tack it onto the list of rares that are ridiculous and limited. Other good cards in here. I like the Informant. It's good for sack value stuff. Aetherborn's playable. Whelp's playable. Inquisitor's good. It's really good. Really, really good. Dina's kind of whatever. One of the weird throwback cards that's a build around, but probably tough to get all the value for that. Then Huntmaster, which is also pretty good, since you can use it whenever. Alright, Invasion of Ixalan, 2 mana, comes in, enter top 5, reveal a permanent from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest in the bottom of your library in an order, so you get stuff out of it. Then turns into a 4/3 that whenever you cast a spell it becomes indestructible. 4/3 Trampler with that ability. It's pretty awesome. I would probably take that. Furnace Rains is steel. Captive Weird is good. Wrath is excellent. I really like this card a lot too. But I'd go with the Invasion, try it out. Seems like a pretty good card. Replaces itself, most likely. And get a 4/3 Trampler that becomes indestructible at times. So we got a Convoke, 6/6 Trample Word 2. Add this to the list of insane, ridiculous, stupid cards in this format. You probably play it on, you just pile dudes out turns 2 and 3, then on turn 4. I guess if you go, you'd have to go creature 1, 2, 3, and then on turn 4 you could cast this and have at least 3 creatures with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it, as well as a 6/6 Trample Word 2. So great design job there for limited, since I'm sure this likely will never see a lick of constructed play. Timurit, definitely playable, not super exciting. Oracle of Tragedy, you get a loot. When it enters or dies, you get a loot, or shuffle 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. I guess if milling out is something that happened, that would be good. I like this Tiller of Flesh. I think this is actually a cool card. Turns all your removal into Incubate 2. It's really nice. Easily go with Imperiosaur. Take all the busted cards you can get, because it's your busted cards versus your opponent's. 6 mana, 6/6 Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. When it enters or attacks, exile 5 cards from your graveyard. When you do, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, 3 colors, but sure is good at Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. Wow. Alright, well, we'd probably take that. Zada's a weird one. If you have enough targeted pump spells, I could see this being pretty good. Yeah, Mirror Shield Hoplight's really good. Backup deck. Good backup deck card. Really, really strong. Can put your opponent away quick. Halo Forager is a really ridiculous uncommon. 3 mana, 3 power flying, and then more value on top of that, as if you didn't already have enough. And then Realm Breaker's Grasp, some certainly playable removal. We'll take Kroxa and Kunaros and get the busted card there. This one, we got 2 mana, 2/2, cast Aura Equipment Vehicle, draw. It's hard to run enough to make that worth your time, but good for the equipped deck, so possibility. Into the Fire is a little board wipe. I think this is, or draw effect. I might actually just take Kami of Whispered Hopes. This card is so strong. Not a rare, not a removal, but it just gets insane real fast and real good for the +1/+1 counter deck. And that includes, backup cards or just anything else that gives +1/+1 counter. So I've been really impressed with Kami of Whispered Hopes so far. I'd probably take that. Alright, Azuri, Claw of Progress. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Power 2 or less. Well, that's pretty awesome. Sailback is obviously very good too. And then Escort's cool. Prankster's playable. Huntmaster's good. Easily take Azuri there. And just put a billion +1/+1 counters on things. Alright, Saizon, Perverter of Truth. This one actually isn't that good. It's sufficiently costed, but your opponent even gets the value off of it first. So probably just take Hoplite here, which is super powered, uncommon. Mill 2 cards, put a permanent from among mill 2 cards in your hand, gain 2 life. I haven't seen that one, or maybe I have, but not been paying attention to it. Easy Hoplite there, just a great card. And let's see. Quintorius is one of the super powered rares you can get in this set too, so pretty easily take that. Squee the Immortal, not so good throwback card. guess you can cast from your graveyard, so it never really dies. Skittering Surveyor is good. Bond Warden's good for +1/+1 counter deck, but easy Quintorius. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.